Hello, my name is Paula, Digital Granny. If you are new to me, welcome, welcome, welcome. I go live. I'm a little bit late today. It is Friday. And while it may not be Friday when you're watching this, but I go live Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. And like I said, I'm a little late today because we were having internet issues. So I'm here. I'm ready. And if you are new to me, do me a favor and drop a new in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from and introduce yourself. Actually, I invite you to join me on my lives so you can actually hang out and ask questions at the same time. Okay. Today, we're going to talk about how to earn 900 in a day online in just 2 hours for beginners. Why do I say that? Because our number one selling program is a $900 program. Now, I have actually had days where I've had two customers in one day. Multiple customers in one day is I've had them. So one customer in one day is amazing. Okay. Now that is a possibility when you're promoting four different programs. 1, 3, 6, and 9. I walk you guys through this in about a half hour from beginning to end. I love doing a deep dive because I can take you and talk about this and show everything from beginning to end. This is where you ask questions. Okay. So while we're getting started today, I'm just going to show you a income disclaimer because we always got to talk about this. I'm going to share my own testimonials as well as show some in my community or in our main community. So if you want to screenshot that, you can go ahead in 3, 2, 1. You may ask why I show that because that's the same thing as somebody going, I'm going to go to the gym. Am I going to lose 50 pounds in 30 days? Well, we can't tell you that. We don't know what you're going to do. Same thing with this. This is a proven to work business. It does work. I've been doing it for a year. I love what I do and I love who it's for. Does it work? Yes, but it's not something that it does by itself. Okay. So you do have to show up and you do have to be willing to learn. If you are willing to learn and willing to work, which is like 2 to 3 hours a day, doing the income earning activities, it's really 2 hours, but I always say put an hour aside for learning. So that is important. If you are willing to do both of those things and you said yes and yes, then this might be for you. I love that I do this as a homeschooling mom. Okay. So I talk about 900, how to earn 900. Okay. Sometimes I'll say 18 because I've had $1,800 days, but 900, you always seem it's like, oh, really? Yes, really. I remember my first sale last August. I celebrate a year in a couple of weeks here. And I was so excited with this. I was beside myself. Can I do it like this? No, I can't. Okay, it's an overlay. So anyways, that was my first sale. And let me fix this screen again. That was my very first. Okay. Now I'm going to show you inside of the community. We're going to talk about the programs today. We're going to talk about what is the 2 hours. Like, what do we really got to do? That's another one of my, sales. I just show a couple of them so you can actually see this is what I shared inside our main community. I don't share all my sales in the main community. And I should have, in hindsight, I actually should have shared more, but that was my best week. I went in there and I shared that. But one of my tips for you guys would be to actually share your wins inside the main community and inside my community. That way you can do like I did and screenshot. I wish I would have known that in the beginning. I'm just thankful that I actually screenshot my very first win and posted it. I'm glad that I posted my very first win. I didn't know, and it wasn't something that was brought up. So here's my tip. My major tip is that when you have that first customer, please go post about it. You need to share that. Here's one of the things that I made a mistake with, and I should do like a mistake video. You want 0 followers. You should start sharing your wins. Somebody said to me one day, and it was only a few months ago, and they said, why don't you share more of your wins? And I was like, I don't know. I think it was just me. Like, I was like, I don't want to be like, hey, look at me. And they're like, yeah, but you're teaching people how to make money online, right? I'm like, yeah. well, you should be sharing that you make money online. I was like, it sounds so silly, so simple. And you're right. And I was like, man, why haven't I done that? Like, I would share one video, and then I'm talking like last year. I really didn't, I felt like it was bragging, but I didn't understand. So this is a journey, and you learn, and I have learned. And I would encourage you, please, when you get those sales, you do need to share. You should screenshot. You should save some of the screenshots, like save your journey, save it. So that's one of my big tips that I have personally learned. And they can be as simple as that. That's a post in the community that I shared. I never saved any of my payments, like the notifications. I see people do that, and I'm like, man, I never did that. So live and learn, right? Live and learn. Okay. So what is this? We create content. I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to show you. This is what we call the 2-hour workday. It is based on 2 hours. Yes, you can do this because it's content. We are creating videos. You can look through all my stuff. I create videos. Shh, please, love. I create videos, 3 videos a day, usually a 1 minute to 2 minute video, and then 6 seconds, 9-second videos with text on top. Those are by far the best. You do want to talk in your videos. You will learn how to do this. Can you do it faceless? Absolutely. There are people that do it faceless. I'm not a big supporter of it. If you choose to do it, there is training in the program for it. This is not, what I repeat, not a course. Okay. This is not a course. I don't want people thinking it's something you purchase and you go into it. And no, this is so much more than that. Listen, I have my own community. Okay. So I give people access to my community for the very first month. It is a private paid community, but can you go put that in the bathroom? We have this little toy that is turning on by itself now. I think the batteries are about to die, so it's like surging. Go put it in the bathroom. It's, yeah, or in the garage somewhere. Honey, put it somewhere, please. Thank you, love. Okay, so I have my own community. When you purchase a program, I give you access to my private paid community because I want you to be able to ask me questions. I want you to be able to be in the Zooms that I do. My Zooms are small. They are small right now, so take advantage of it, because that private paid community, I used to have a lot more people in the beginning, and I turned it to a private paid community because I wanted to be able to have that more intimate setting and then be able to soak into people better, because having a bunch of people in there who really are not interested in doing this or from a different background. I wanted people business minded, people that are looking to make a way to make money online, to work from home, and then have me as the support. So my community is for small businesses. It's for people who purchase a program from me. And there's kind of like a little tips and tricks that are not in the main community that I put in one little module, kind of like a little, it gives you a boost is what it does. It's stuff that I wish I would have known. And the layout is simple. So I am a teacher at heart, and I teach it in a beginner fashion. That's what I do. And that's how I help the people that purchase from me. Okay, so you are mentored by me if you choose to come into my community. You don't have to. There are plenty of people that purchase from me and they just go in the main community because everything is there. But I think you should take advantage. I've been in this a year, and I will answer as many things as I can inside of that community and on the weekly Zoom that I do, just so that you guys know that you're not in business by yourself. Okay, if you choose to just be in the main community, I'm okay with it too. I understand. That's okay too. But my community is available to you. So I would take advantage of it. Back to the 2 hours. We create 3 pieces of content. Half hour, we post free ads. What is a free ad? Basically, and I should do a little screenshot of something to give you an example. And I will make myself a note right now and do that. just to show you an example next time. Okay. So I made myself a note. Okay. Classified ad is basically taking 3 or 4 sentences, and then you go on our 200 high traffic websites and just go post. What does that do? Number one, it's free. Number two, it gets your name out there. When people are looking for work from home and they're looking for jobs, or they're looking for a side hustle, or they're looking for a way to make money, we are all looking for a way. If you don't know my story, November 2022, I suffered a mini stroke. My husband never showed up. There was no text, there was no phone calls, there was nothing. He was on a work trip. Well, I'm a homeschooling mom. We're a homeschooling family. I found out that the work trips were not work trips. And that is what left us pretty much in the dark. And I was blindsided. So 4 kids, I had 4 kids in the house at the time. And that was 5 of us. I started doing the dash because I was like, what am I going to do? Right? Started doing the dash, and that just covered putting the gas in the car and then paying the rent. I was in a struggle place. Like, I don't know where you're at watching this. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know what you're looking for, but I'll tell you what I was looking for. I needed something more than $15, $20 an hour. I couldn't survive. The dash was probably around 15 an hour, and we were working 40 plus hours a week, because if we didn't have food in the car, I wasn't making money. So that wasn't the solution. It was this temporary thing that actually took my beloved black Suburban. And I had been praying and asking God to please give me something. I need something much more than a $15, $20 an hour job that would take me away from my homeschooling and my kids. I needed more. I couldn't even afford to pay for somebody to watch them. And would I leave them all home alone by themselves? My oldest at the time, well, not my oldest, the second oldest I took with me, but I would never do that because they were too young to be left by themselves like that. But at that time period. So when I lost the truck and the job, like I said, I've been praying. This girl pops up on social media, and I thought to myself, what is this? She talked about God. She talked about homeschooling. And then she talked about making boatloads of money. So I did what a lot of people do. As soon as they hear big numbers, they go, bye, can't be true. It's too good to be true. Okay, maybe 20 years ago that saying worked, but you know what? It doesn't anymore, because this is a way to actually work, but I have an automated system. This is a way to do content. We put content out there, and that content is doing the work for us. My automated system, this website, it's actually a landing page. I'm going to show you this. This is out there doing the work for me 24 hours around the clock. When I create my content, it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't show up for 8 hours a day and then disappear. Like, you have to understand, this is built on an automated system. So yes, it is completely, I love the 2 hours. I love it. It's 2-3 hours a day. Do you know I have time to actually live life? If you're not living life, if you have a schedule where your whole life exists around that job or that whatever it is, there is another way. There's a better way. I'm living it, and I've been doing it for a year. So I teach people what not to do because I've experimented a lot in this area. And I've been making money online now for almost 10 out of 12 months. In the beginning, I made a lot of mistakes, but I learned and I overcame those. And I'm still on this learning path, but I teach you everything I know. So create the content, post the free ads, and then respond. So when people go on my videos and they say, hey, what is this? How do I do this? I want to do this too because I need to be at home. Technically, I'm creating my videos from my phone. So is it working from your phone? Yes. Right now I'm on a camera because I chose to do this on YouTube. Okay. Now I started on TikTok. I started with a following. Don't do what I did. I messed it up big time. I skipped accounts. I can tell you all the mistakes I made. Don't do what I did. Follow the blueprint. This is a step-by-step made for beginners. And let me tell you one more thing. And I should have shared this. I should have. I wonder if I can. Because I did save this guy. I was just, oh no, I don't think I did. Yeah, I don't think I did. I didn't save the whole picture of it. Roger, 81 years old. Let me look again. 81 years old. Think about this. If an 81-year-old can do this, don't you think that we can do this? I can do this. You can do this. An 81-year-old man, where did it go? Roger, I'm 81 years old. And he said, I just got my first customer. His first customer was the 900, which is the #1 selling program. And that was my first 5. Let's get into, let me hide that. So that was the 2 hours. Let me screen share, and I'm going to show you, because we're at 15 minutes. Let me screen share, and I'm going to walk you through this. And am I logged in? Yes, I am. Okay. So let me screen share. Am I in? Yes, I am. Okay, here we go. So this is, when you go to Granny's, this is what shows up. Okay, you're going to see me, you're going to see my granny, you're going to see my littlest. And everybody has what this is called a landing page or a capture page. We need this because it's automated. It makes our whole system automated. So when somebody says, what do they say? A website. It's a landing page. It is, I refer to it as a website too. Go to my website. Okay. But it is a landing page. We want this because people put in their, what happened to my highlighter? Did I lose my highlighter? Oh, maybe. Why did I lose my highlighter? That's kind of strange. Select color. I like that color. Hold on. I'm not sure what happened. Oh, I lost pink. Anyways, I don't know what's wrong with my, what is wrong here? Yeah, I lost it. I have to look at it after. I'm not sure why it's not pink anymore. That's strange. Okay, why it's gone. Anyways, so they have to put their email in there to get started because that is the automated system. That's the thing that's out there doing all the work for us. It is important. You are building what is called an email list by doing that. So we do go on social media, right? But if a platform like, say, TikTok decides it's going to just disappear or whatever, right? We are not focused on having, that's not where our money comes from, which is so awesome. Our money doesn't come from a social media platform. Do you know what I mean? It comes from that email list that you build that is attached to you, not a platform. So this is so much bigger than I didn't even know what I know now. I love this. So if any platform disappears, you can pivot, go on another platform. Your income comes from your email list that you build. That's where it comes from. So when somebody puts in their email, then this video comes up. This is the founder. This is the founder. She answers 90% of your questions. And if she doesn't, that's why I'm here. So when you're ready, you can click on the pink button. That's the website. That's my website. Okay. Our #1 selling program is at the top, which is Legacy. And there are options in here. I can show you, but I can't actually go here because it brings up all my stuff. But there is an option in there. And I don't know if I can say it, but it starts with a K and you have to find it. And it's 55. That is the most affordable for that program. Okay. That I saw 55. Now there's all kinds of information here. And you can be a certified reseller, which I am. I don't really talk about it all that much. It's new to us. You don't have to have that in order to start selling, in order to start promoting the program. You can take your time. You can listen to these. Actually, Jessica and I are going to do a webinar. I'm not sure we're organizing that, but she's one of the 6-figure income earners. Her and I are going to do a webinar, and I might stream this live. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to see how that works out. So she is in the US. She is these are all 6-figure income earners. And Wendy's in Canada. Cecilia is one of our millionaires in South African rands. Okay, so it is different. Matthew, I don't know if he's in Canada or not. This is a global business opportunity. Global. Here's me. Here's my little guys. They're a little bit bigger now, but I haven't changed it. Okay, so we have a lot of stories about mamas. She's a married mama who actually I think her husband got laid off and she was actually taking care of everything, all the bills. Victoria, her husband is in active, I think it's active army duty. I can't remember how she says that properly, but and she has some special needs boys or a special needs boy, but she's able to fit this into her busy life. And Amy is a single mom who is working 18 hours a day, and she was actually able to quit both of them. So you can take your time in all this. Okay, I'm not going to take my time to go through it every little bit, but there's the programs, the 6, the 3, and the 1. I don't promote the 1 at all because I don't want you to have a website with one program. We're in the e-learning industry. These are businesses in a box made for beginners. Please don't think you have to come into this knowing anything. You come in with a willingness to learn and a willingness to work those 2 to 3 hours a day. In the beginning, might take you a little bit longer, but you don't have to do this all in one setting. Like I haven't even created my content today. I just haven't because I'm going live right now. And I had the guys for the internet here this morning. So it fits around your life and your schedule. I will, as soon as I'm done this, I'll go make a video and I'll post a video. Okay. And then later today, I'll probably post another video around dinner time and maybe one in the later evening. So those are things that you can look at your own time. Okay. Now this is, let me show you, this is where you get your programs. So it's a different platform. It's called Kajabi. And this is where all of the programs are. Okay. Now, everybody gets access to these bonuses. So you can learn. I just want you to stay focused on this though. This is made for beginners, anybody 18 to 80 plus. If you're looking for a way to work from your home, work from your phone, make money online, this is it as a beginner. So is there more inside? Absolutely. But if you don't want to get into more and all you want to do is take the master resell rights and resell these educational programs, then do what I do. Now, I have gone in and actually have 2 affiliates and I share those. I think I have 2, maybe 3. I think I have 2. In my descriptions of my videos. So when I upload a video here on YouTube, those affiliates are automatically there. So that is truly passive. When somebody does one of my, like they look at my affiliates and they go, hey, I want to do what you do and use the same stuff. Then that's automatic income for me, like passive income. Okay. So there are 200 product ideas. There's a 30-day market strategy growth. There is faceless marketing. There's mindset stuff, and there's a Canva crash course. Everybody gets access to that in addition to your main programs. Okay. Now I don't really go deep into that stuff because I don't want my beginners to be like, you don't have to. This is my community. I made my community when I learned that I could actually do it. Okay. Let me blow it up. So it's called DIY Business Builders. Told you it was small. I do a meeting every single Thursday. Anybody can be in that. And I kind of give you guys tips and tricks. And it's for small business, but it's also for people who purchase a program. Now, inside of this, I kind of give you some little bonuses. Okay. Because I've been in this a year and I'm adding to this a lot, but this is specifically for people with the program. Now, outside of that, I had a friend of mine come in and you can actually make an income from my community. I had a friend come in and she has a blog and she makes money with her blog. So she shared that. Also, here's another opportunity for an income stream. So that's what I do in my community. The main community, which is where we hang out. I talk about this as this is where your programs are, where you learn. This is where you hang out. 53,000. We hit 53,000. We hit 53,000 members, which is awesome. Now, there's a calendar. Told you there's all kinds of support. Okay. This is the main community. So there is what is that? Special time. Okay. So Mondays, there's mentoring. Tuesdays, the legacy is the one that I'm always in because that's designated for those that purchase the 900. Outside of that, everybody else does have everybody can be in everything except for legacy. So there's Tech Tuesdays. There is a free webinar. She always does that for people too. Mentoring is Thursday. Mentoring is Monday. It really just depends. And sometimes these things change. That's the kind of like the deep dive into the community. And let me share with you some wins in here. Big win. Congratulations to me. So now, before we get into that, wins can be spiritual, financial, or physical. Okay, so somebody passed their certification today. That's awesome. Did it, leads, and more leads. Got their first 10K. That's awesome. So they got their first 10K month. Now, we talk about 900 a day. All right. Let me grab my board for a second because I'm just going to show you something very quickly here. I'm going to show you that. I'll show you that because you're like 10K in a month. Yeah, it is possible. Okay. Let me change this layout for a second. Oh, I'm stuck on the other page. Okay. So now 10K is really our number one selling program is the 9. Okay. It is the 9. Now let me explain to you something. I have the 9, the 6, the 3, and the 1. 9 is the number one selling. That one was my very first customer with the automated system at 4:30 in the morning. I woke up to a customer, my very first. So I love sharing that because that is so awesome to have a customer. I never picked up a phone. I never picked up a phone. I never slide into DMs. Don't do that stuff. We don't chase customers. We use what is called attraction marketing. It is so awesome to me. I've never done this is not MLM. I've never done MLM stuff. I hear about it now because what I do, but I hear about people having ups and downs and I think they answer to people. And I think it's in makeup and Tupperware, or I don't even know. But I've never done that stuff. This is 100%. 100%. It is your business, but you are not in business alone. And I have been in this for a year, making money online as a homeschooling mom. I love what I do. So that was my first customer, my second, my third, my fourth. I'm not done yet. My fifth. And then on my sixth, it changed. And then my seventh back to here, my eighth back to here. What I'm saying is not only do you see that in the community, but I can attest to it because I'm there. Okay. I'm like, wow, this is, do you know what I was doing before? Can I share with you? And it's a significant number for me. When I was doing the dash, that is what we aimed for. That's what we aimed for. Okay. So this I've actually had in one day with 2 customers. So yes, can we do that? It's only 12 customers. It is amazing to me, the opportunity here. If you just show up, apply it, and work it, because these programs are in demand. I love what I do. I absolutely love what I do. So let's get back to this. And then I'm going to quickly go over the programs. Okay. So celebrating a win. 48 in 3 days. What a blessing this has been. Yeah. Because we're not selling something like a dollar product. Okay, so 4,800 divided by 9. She probably did 5 and something. So 5 is that? Yeah, she had 6 sales. That's 6 customers. That's how that works. Another 9 sale. Yes, she was sleeping and woke up to that. That was my first experience with my first customer. First sale. This is awesome. I could just keep showing you, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go back to, I didn't show you. I'm talking about it and I'm not showing you. Okay. Sorry. My bad. Hold on a minute. There it is. Nope. Let's go back. Sorry. I thought it was showing you. Okay. So 48 in 3 days, as you can see right there. First lead, another 9. They just got their first 9. A lot of leads, a lot of there you go. Okay. So I'm sorry. I thought it was showing you before. Okay. So that's the wins. Now, some of the wins. Now let's go back and I want to, why am I stuck on that screen? Over here. And we're going to take that off. And we're going to talk about the programs for a few minutes here. So these are the programs that I promote. 9, 6, 3, and 1. The one I don't promote because I don't want you to have a website built with you that has one program. I don't want that. I'm against that. There is a one-time $39 website fee. Whatever program you choose to start on is the one that you get, that one and the other ones underneath it. Okay. All those ones are on your website. If you purchase the 9, then you get the 6, the 3, and the 1. You get all 4. You're not purchasing 4 different programs. I learned how to make my own community there. I learned about affiliates there. You learn about marketing. You learn how to build a business. You learn how to start a business, how to grow a business, and you learn marketing skills in the midst of that. So it's a learning and an earning opportunity. I love this. I love that anybody can do this as a beginner. Can you upgrade? Absolutely. You can go from 1 to 6, 3 to 9, 3 to 6, whatever. You will have to pay the $39 again, and you have 30 days to do that. So just write down 29, and then if day 30 comes, I can say, yes, you can. The next thing, I'm working 2 hours up here. You're working 2 hours right here. What is the difference? The difference is more than just starting off lower, but I have 4 programs to promote and you only have 2. So it's just something that I want you to consider when you're choosing what you want to start with. Okay. So this is an awesome opportunity for beginners. I love it. I love who it's for. I help you. Don't forget that you get access to my community for the whole entire month. Okay. You get to spend a lot of time and I get to help you get going. I want you to change how you live. This has saved my kids and I. If it could do it for us, it could do it for you. If you're willing to learn and willing to work, if. This is a proven process, a proven to work business model. And I love it. I love this. I love that I get to do this from home. So if you need help, you have questions, get into Granny's and then send me your questions and I will gladly answer them. If you're watching as a replay, drop a replay and let me know where you're watching from and have a blessed day. Bye.